problem 316. So we're going to start by showing the conclusion, make an indirect assumption, and apply QN. Okay, now let's look at, we're interested in setting up our EI and UI. So if we can look at our premises. Oopsie. Okay, so premise 2 is, it started off as the negation of an existential, but that turns into a universal negation. So we're going to hold off on that. We do EI first. We look at 3. 3 is the negation of an existential. So again, we're going to want to apply QN. It's the universal of a negation. We're going to hold off on that. 4, this is an existential. So we might as well go ahead and instantiate it. And we can go ahead and instantiate it right here. 5 is a universal. Okay. So looks like we've instantiated all of the existentials, so now we want to go ahead and instantiate the universals. So we'll do 2 UI to I, 3 UI to I, and 5 UI to I. Now let's see. This is the negation of a conjunction, so it's De Morgan's. This is the negation of a conjunction, so De Morgan's also. Let's split off the two parts of 4 and see if we can use them. Okay, so 6 is a disjunction. One of the disjuncts is not II. So if we have not II, we can do MTP. So we can say 9DN and then 6MTP. And similarly with 7, it's a disjunction. One of the disjuncts is not FI. So we can say 10DN, 7MTP. Whoops. And let's go ahead and do De Morgan's to that. You'll see that sometimes when I see that there's an immediate rule application, like with these, the QN here, the De Morgan's here, the EI there, and I notice and I think, oh, okay, like this, so, okay, this is a cleaner derivation than that. There's just less to look at, right? And so this makes more sense to do it on one line. And it keeps you from having to look at more lines of the derivation than you need to. And that's helpful in terms of just having control over what's going on in the derivation. If you want to, now you might think, well, okay, I would like to do that. So you think, okay, you know, I bring in premise 1, and I think, oh, I could do QN right there. And you hit enter and nothing happens. So what you need to do is, once you've executed a command on a line once using enter, if you want to tell it to re-execute a command, maybe after you've entered more justifications, you do shift enter. So I do shift enter to make it re-execute whatever list of commands there is in there. Okay, so that little tangent to the side, we have used, let's see, II and FI with line 6 and line 7. So now we're going to need to work with, we want to see if we can work with line 8. So one thing we could do here is we could do 11, 8 modus tollens, because 11 is the negation of the consequent of line 8. And then when we look at 12, we think, aha, the right conjunct of 12 is the negation of 13. And we have an indirect derivation, and we are done. So this is a pretty, if you sort of just keep track of the EIs and the UIs, do the EI first and then do all the UIs, which you get this this line 4, 6, 7, and 8. Those are jointly inconsistent. We apply our chapter 2 rules to 4, 6, 7, and 8, and we get a contradiction. So this is a relatively clean example of the EI, UI, and then chapter 1 and 2, where we're able to separate. First we do all the EI and the UI, and then we do all the chapter 2 stuff. Basically, I mean, there are these, yeah, no, in fact, that's exactly what happens. So, okay, good. Those are the two difficult homework derivations. I'm also going to do a video for the difficult homework symbolization, or the most difficult homework symbolization, and then I'll look at, there will also be some other problems solved and those videos will be in the in Unit 14. So I hope this was helpful.